the illegal closure of NTV, Daily Monitor, KFM, Dembe, and other NMG media houses. UCC is saying that they did not do that, that, someone just gave orders and the military came and took over these media houses. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are going through a very, very tough time as a nation. And all of us must work together to put an end to this mess. As you all know, somebody said that if you do not fight injustice when it is a small plant, when it is a seedling, it becomes harder to fight when it is a tree with branches, with big leaves and all that. And that's what we see now. As I posted yesterday on my socials, there's a time when there was a massive wave of abductions targeting NUP supporters. But some people were laughing at this, saying those are hooligans. Let them be taught a lesson, that they insult people, they do this and that. So some people looked the other way. But right now, these abductions are targeting the most accomplished people in our society. Yesterday we were in court to stand in solidarity with Honorable Miriam Matembe. She's back to court today. A 73-year-old woman is abducted. She was telling us how she was sleeping on the floor, okay, for those 3 days under incommunicado detention. So you can imagine, this is happening to a former minister. This is happening to a person who participated in making the 1995 Constitution. Then, if that can happen to her, how about me and you? How about the ordinary Ugandans in this country? That means that even those who are watching on now, as these violations happen, when you see social media, you see some regime sycophants. The famous saying that a stupid monkey laughs at a burning forest. So how can you see media houses being, closed down, senior citizens being abducted, and you start laughing, saying they deserve it? Tomorrow when they will come for you, there will be nobody left to speak for you. So we must work together to put an end to this. It is Martin Luther King who said that we must learn to live together as brothers and sisters, or perish together as fools. If we do not work together to put an end to this, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are headed for very, very tough times. I want to appreciate the media houses that are here today who have stood with NMG, because an attack on one media station is an attack on the media generally, and on the freedom of expression, and on the freedom of the press, and on all other freedoms that we cherish as a people. Finally, of course, in that line, we also condemn the continued harassment of Dr. Chiza Besigye. You all know what is happening to his lawyers, Honorable Elias Lukwago. We all know how Honorable Martha Karua was, deported illegally, denied entry into Uganda. And then they come and talk about East African community. Shame. Can we all say shame? Tukyogera tutya mu Luganda ekyo? Muswadde oba muswaleko? Muswadde nnyo. Finally, on the LC elections, ladies and gentlemen, we have right now released our program for LC elections. Some people ask, why do you go into these LC elections after all this madness in elections? We saw what happened in the youth elections. We saw what happened in the election. We've seen what is happening in the by-elections. But as a National Unity Platform, we believe that we must participate. We should participate because it is through participation that the regime continues to expose itself. It is through participation that the regime continues to reveal itself to everybody. Imagine if we had not gone to Kalangala. Maybe the people of Kalangala still had some thoughts that the regime had any decency. But the people of Kalangala now know. So we are going into these elections, LC elections. We are calling upon our people to participate. But also as a party, we all know that the LC structure is a very, very first structure. So if you want to strengthen a party like NUP, you begin with that structure. So we encourage our leaders everywhere to be part of this exercise, the members of parliament, the mayors, LC5 chairpersons, party leaders. Please make sure that we go mobilize and we win these LC elections. You know, we've always said it here. When they come to abduct our people in those villages, they ask LC1 chairpersons where you stay. When they are taking you away, they first go and engage the defense of the village. So we need to have these structures under the national unity platform. We don't expect you young people out there who are watching us to be lining up behind the bus. Like I said the other day, and I think Honorable Muhoozi has talked about it. These are the people who have been chasing you illegally off your working places. These are the people who have been abducting our people. These are the people who are, you know, plundering our country and doing all these things. So it is very, very important that we participate in these LC elections and the Women Council elections. So we want to charge all members of NUP in every district of Uganda to participate. If the regime decides to rig the way they have been rigging, they will be exposing themselves further and giving the people of Uganda more reason to fight and ensure that we redeem our country from this mess. I thank you very much for listening to me. And now let me go to ensonga yokubiri. Tuvumirira nnyo ebikolobero ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga lyaffe ng'ebisembyeyo kwe kuggalawo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka TVs ez'enkizo mu Uganda omuli NTV, olupapula lwa Daily Monitor, radio ya KFM ya Ddembe, naye bitongole by'amawulire ebirala ebigwa mu kitongole kya NMG oba Nation Media Group. Tuvumirira nnyo ekikolwa ekyo era ne twebaza bannamawulire mwena abavuddeyo n'eddoboozi ery'omwanguka okuyimirira n'ebitongole bino eby'amawulire. Kubanga newankubadde bwe mubeera mu field eyo mubeera mu competition, kino bwe bavaayo olunaku lumu ne baggalawo TV emu we n'osirika enkya bajja kugalawo eyiyo. So mwebale nnyo okulaba nga muyimiridde wamu ku nsonga eyo. Abatayimiridde n'ebitongole ebyo by'amawulire nabo tubagamba muswadde. Bakoze eki? Kubanga kiba bagamba nti olugero olwo ani analunyambako. Bw'olaba omuggo ogukubya ani? Ogukola otya? Kakati namwe nga mumanya tene time babagira baby nduya kiki honorable nga sewo nebisoko tubyogera. Tuvumirira nnyo ekikolwa ekyokuwamba maama waffe Honorable Miriam Matembe ng'oyo omu ku bagasemateeka yaffe. Oyo yali minisita. Tubadde naye mu kkooti olunaku lwajjo nga mulaba alaajana. Bamuwamba ne bamusuzeeyo ku sementi ne bamubonyaabonya mukazi wattu alina emyaka 73. Ne bamuteekako ebisangosanga ebijweteke. Kaakati gwe weewuunye munnayuganda ali eyo bwe babasobola kukola bwe batyo Honorable Miriam Matembe ate ggwe n'olwekyo basebo ne bannyabo kitukakatako ffenna okulwanyisa effugabbi. Mulabe ekigenda mu maaso k'oyo eyali Dr. wa General Museveni mu nsiko, Dr. Kizza Besigye. Kati bannamateeka be Honorable Elias Lukwago ali mu ddwaliro era bakyagaanye n'okumukkiriza okugenda kufuna obujjanjabi obusingako. Honorable Martha Karua bwe yagezaako okujja kuyingira mu Uganda bamugoba n'addayo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. Era ekyo nno kitulage nti ebikolwa bino bwe biba bigenda mu maaso kitukakatako ffenna okubirwanyisa. Omugezi omu yagamba tobutali bwenkanya bulinga omuti, bw'oba togusiguukuludde nga gukyali muto nnyo guba muzibu ogusiguukulula nga mukulu. Waliwo abantu abaali baseka wano nga bawamba abantu ba NUP bano ba foot soldier. Oli n'avaayo n'agamba obahuligani bayaaye kaba bakwate kaba bakyunye. Naye kaakati ku ssaawa zino bakwata bakadde baffe ba Honorable Miriam Matembe. Oba oliawo singa twakola ffenna kye twalina okukola ne tubalemesa okukyunya bano ba foot soldier, oba oliawo ku ssaawa zino tebaali badde na buvumu obugira bamiri amatembe. Naye n'olwaleero embeera gye tulimu era olabayo abantu abamu abakyaseka nti aba NTV kaba baggale. Obeera otegeera otya? Kubanga bw'ovaayo n'oyogera bw'otyo enkya kijja kukutuukako naawe ate munange osange nga teri n'omu asobola okulwanirako. Ensonga esembayo basebo ne banyabo, twanjudde enteekateeka yaffe ey'akalulu ka LC. Oyo musajja n'alibadde muyita wano naye simanyi oba waliwo amuvuganya. Taata Bobby Sokojje. Oyo muzeeyi oyo gwe mulaba ne posta yaginsindikiddeko. Sebo olina abakuvuganya.